I'm telling you, I didn't kill her, okay? She fell. She fell. Deacon,
all
say
get sorted
something,
out in
please.
the investigation, Miss Moore.
No, okay, look, I didn't do anything wrong, okay? She attacked me.
Ma'am, a woman is dead. You were fighting with her, and to top it off, you're on probation. There is no way you are not coming down.
Please, don't give us any trouble, Miss Moore.
Hey, wait a second, all right? Look, maybe I can't help.
I thought you had nothing more to add.
I didn't see Carmen fall, but I saw what happened before that.
Yeah, and what was that?
Amber and my girlfriend, they were fighting.
Go on.
They were really going at it.
Deacon.
I thought they were gonna kill each other.
Is that when she pushed her off the roof?
It didn't happen on the roof.
You want to start from the beginning?
Yeah. Amber's been staying with me. And, well, needless to say, my girlfriend wasn't too thrilled about it. She went down to the bar and she started drinking, and, well, when she came back, Amber and I were kind of involved. Carmen saw it. That's when the fight started.
Are you saying the fight didn't happen on the roof?
It happened in my living room.
Well, great. Okay, Dad, thanks. We'll see you in a few minutes.
Are you sure this is a good idea?
Yes, honey. He said it was fine.
Yeah, it's not your father I'm worried about. It's Stephanie.
Oh, honey, don't worry. She came to the wedding, didn't she? Hell, she even walked you down the aisle.
Well, this is the first time we're going to be seeing her since then, and I'm just a little concerned that maybe she might have changed her mind.
Oh, honey, she's had a lot of time to think about it since the wedding. And I'm sure she's come to terms with the whole thing.
Can you look me in the eye and tell me honestly that you believe she's ready to accept our marriage?
That was Thorne on the phone just now. He and Brooke are back from their honeymoon. They're on their way over.
Reality sets in.
Stephanie? Last time we talked about this, you were okay with it.
I thought I could do it.
Well, I think you can. It's just going to take some getting used to, that's all.
To think that she is actually his wife. No matter how I look at it, I thought I can handle this. But I'm not sure that I can.
Well, I think you'd better think of a way to handle it, because in a second here, your son and his new wife are going to come through that door.
They were fighting in your apartment.
That's right, that's what I said.
We'll keep talking.
All right, look, Carmen came in. She was totally wasted, right? She starts screaming at Amber, and then all of a sudden, she lunges at her. The two of them start going at it. They're tearing the place apart, right? So I jump in before they completely tear the place apart. And then Carmen, she takes off. That was the last we saw of her. I guess she probably went up to the roof. She liked to go up there sometimes to think. Like I said, she was completely wasted, and I guess she must have just lost her balance. Fell.
Check with the bartender. And I want to see this apartment, Mr. Sharp.
Somehow I don't suppose you have a warrant.
Well, I can go right downtown and get one now, but then again, Miss Moore's coming down with me.
All right. It's cool. I'll take you. Follow me, all right?
Come on, Miss Moore.
What is Deacon? There wasn't a fight up there. I'm gonna end up in jail.
Honey, I thought you had come to terms with all this before the wedding. I mean, you were a part of the ceremony.
Wait a
and
minute.
everything.
Just standing up at the wedding and showing support is one thing, but to have Brooke as an actual functioning member of the family again, I don't know that I'm ready to deal with that. I'm not sure I ever will be.
Hey, Mom, Dad, your son and daughter are home.
place is completely trashed.
That's exactly why I want to go in there. It's called evidence, Mr. Sharp. You can be damn sure I want to see it.
Welcome home, son.
Thanks, Dad.
Brooke, you look wonderful. You both do. Did you have a great time? How was your trip?
Oh, it was great. Fabulous.
Yep, we had the best time of our lives.
Good.
I'm glad you're back, honey.
Well, thanks, Mother.
Hello, Brooke.
Hello, Stephanie. Oh, Thorne and I picked these ourselves. They're fresh macadamia nuts for you.
Oh. How thoughtful.
Well, I loved them. They're not going to go to waste. Now, I want you to both sit down and tell me all about your trip. Come on.
Before we do that, I would like to talk to Stephanie alone, if you don't mind.
Oh, I don't have anything to say.
Oh, but I do. There are things that I feel need to be said, and I'm not leaving here until I say them.
I need you to understand, Mr. Sharp, I don't have a warrant, so you're not required to let me inside here. But if I don't have a look in there, I'll have no choice but to take Miss Moore downtown, book for suspicion of murder.
All right, come on in.
Come on, Miss Moore. All right, Miss Moore, why don't you tell me what happened?
Amber was sitting over there, and Carmen came at her from over there.
I'd like to hear from the lady, Mr. Sharp.
Come on, officer, take a look at her, man. She's in shock. I doubt she even remembers what happened. She was busy defending herself. Look at this.
Mr.
This
Sharp,
frickin'...
please. Did the other woman come after you first, Miss Moore? Do you remember what happened after that? Mr. Sharp?
Amber and I were sitting in that chair right there. Carmen came in. She was screaming, yelling. She pulled Amber out of the chair by her hair. Amber tried to defend herself, and then all hell broke loose. Finally, I dragged Carmen off her.
And then?
Carmen went storming off, saying something about, this wasn't over yet.
And that's when you assumed she went up to the roof.
Yeah.
Bartender confirmed the story. The deceased was drunk. She was angry and jealous of Miss Moore, and she came up to the apartment to confront her. Is that what happened, Miss Moore? The fight was in this room, and Carmen went up to the roof alone? You were in this apartment when she fell. Is that what you're saying happened?
I'm not sure this was a very good idea.
I think Brooke's just trying to open the lines of communication, Dad.
Well, I understand that, and I approve. But the fact is, this is a very difficult period of adjustment for your mother.
I know, Dad. Really. But Mom wouldn't have come to the wedding if she wasn't okay with this.
Yeah. Sometimes it's a little harder to live with your decisions than it is to make them in the first place.
Well, has she said anything since then?
Not much. It's been pretty difficult for her to even talk about it. I just hope Brooke is sensitive to that.
I don't think we have anything to say.
Stephanie, I just want to thank you.
Oh, well, you've already done that.
This is really difficult for you, isn't it?
Yes.
Why? You came to our wedding. I know how difficult that was.
Let's just leave it at that then.
And drift back into warfare. I don't think so. This is our chance.
Are you trying to prove something?
Like what?
I don't know, that you're more capable of forgiveness than I am.
No.
Well, this is how it appears. You have Thorne. What, is it now necessary for him to see you as the peacemaker and that I'm
Oh, will
not?
you stop, Stephanie? That's not what I'm trying to do.
Now you're angry.
No, I'm really frustrated. I'm trying hard here.
You're making more of my coming to your wedding than you ought to.
I don't think so. I know you didn't do it for me. You did it for Thorne and for your family. But don't you see? That really doesn't matter, Stephanie. I'm still grateful for what you did that day. Walking down the aisle, putting your children, your grandchildren, even my children above everything else. And you must have known what it meant to Thorne. I mean, he puts up a brave front, but he would have been devastated if you never showed up. You showed me what true character was that day, Stephanie. And I just hope that someday I will have the strength and the wisdom that you possess. Now, you think I'm making too much out of you showing up at the wedding? No, that's impossible.
Well, Miss Moore, is that the way it happened? The fight between you and the deceased took place in here?
Officer, you gotta understand,
I asked her a question. I want an answer.
she's afraid, man.
Afraid of what?
She's on probation. She's afraid that you're gonna arrest her for fighting.
Miss, we're not going to arrest you for being in a fight, especially if it was self-defense. We just want to know if you were in the apartment or on the roof when Carmen fell.
Amber?
I was in here. I was in the apartment.
Okay, Miss Moore. At this point, we're going to release you from custody. But if I find out that Mr. Sharp here just bailed you out, he's in as much trouble as you are.
Mr. Sharp, I'm sure somebody from the coroner's office will call you to make arrangements for the body.
She's gone. Carmen's dead.
I am trying to work through this. I know you believe I'm vindictive and that I won't let go of this grudge. But I also know that, eventually you'll use this against me.
No, Stephanie, I would never do that.
We'll see. I am not vindictive by nature, but everything that you've done to my family all these years, Brooke, a price has to be paid for this kind of behavior, doesn't it?
And you don't think that I've paid that price? Well, Stephanie, just as you're not vindictive by nature, I'm not a tramp by nature, even though you think that I am. All my life, I've been searching for something. And maybe it's because my father was not around very much when I was a little girl. And that hurt. It hurt more than I could describe. And I guess that caused me to question my worthiness, especially with men. I don't know. But what I do know is that I did some things that I really regret. And I'm sorry for hurting you, Stephanie. I am. But I've grown, and I've matured, and I've raised children, and I feel worthy now. And I never would have married Thorne if I didn't. I love him too much. I respect him too much. I never would have burdened him with that kind of baggage. Unfortunately, that doesn't make up for what I've done to you. You're the woman responsible for raising the one man that has brought me so much joy in my life. And I am going to make you proud of me, Stephanie. I am proud and grateful that I bring happiness to Thorne's life. And I just hope that someday I don't expect it now, but someday you can accept me into your family and into your heart. I guess what I'm trying to say is that I'm just really sorry for everything I've ever done to hurt you. And I'm gonna make it up to you in every way that I can. And I love you for what you've done. And I just hope that someday you can feel that way about me too. Mom Forrester.
Let's just take it one day at a time.
You all right?
Yeah. You?
I'm okay. You came up here and made this to give me an alibi, didn't you?
It's a reflex.
Deacon, you saved me. And you saved your son. You saved his life. And I don't think I'm ever gonna be able to thank you enough.
Not. Thank me, because I didn't do this for you. I did this for my son. The kid needs a mother.
Deacon, I swear I didn't want anything to happen to Carmen.
I loved her, Amber. I really loved her.
This week, if you want to be bold,
He lied to me.
you gotta be bad.
You're going to get on that plane if I have to carry you on.
Let go of me.
No one wants you here. The moment you leave on that plane, I'll never think of you again.
If you want to be beautiful,
I will.
Yes, I will.
you gotta be, oh, so cool.
I live for moments like that.
But if you want it all,
Deacon, tell me who did this.
From here on out, things are gonna be different.
you gotta see what happens next.
What are you talking about?
Because it's everything.
This is my chance here. This is my one shot to prove that I'm not a loser.
This week
I think it's time I show people what kind of man I really am.
on The Bold and the Beautiful.